Now in this video one can clearly see the problem of this wheel touching the other one, and the rim of the third wheel here is touching the bottom of the second wheel. So a very, very thin shim is going to have to be put in. And that is in addition to, of course, the problem that we have with there being absolutely no, as you pull up and down, there's just no end shake whatsoever on this wheel. Just none. And that's a real problem. Now with this other wheel's mass, it almost looks like this wheel is running really nice and freely, but it actually isn't. It's only because of the inertia that's provided by this wheel, which is running properly. And now the shim has been installed, and you can see that it just barely misses. This is 5/1000th of an inch that I was able to buy a washer actually from the hardware store and enlarge the hole a little bit so that it would fit directly onto this arbor, and then through much careful sanding by attaching it to a block and putting the sandpaper on a piece of glass so it's perfectly flat, and gluing that washer to the back of a block, I was able to sand it down to a paper thin. Now, of course, that does require, because there was no end shake on this at all, and now there's just the very smallest, you can just see it. And that's got to be probably a half a thou, but that's enough to make it revolve freely. And if you look up here, you will see evidence of a shim that does have to go into that pillar in order to allow it to have that end shake, and that is about 8 thou. So we have a little under 5 thou for the shim here, and then we had to add another 3 thou to give it a little bit of end shake, so that now everything will run freely. And of course, one has to also remember that nothing has yet been oiled as far as the bearings, so they should flow a lot more easier once you have oil inside the bearings. But right now, everything is really moving the way it should.